Today we're going to talk about monopods. I've got what might be the best monopod that you can buy on the market, and it's twin. These are two different monopods from Ifootage. Why I use them for wildlife photography, when you would use a monopod, and what the difference are between the two. Because these are quite special. They got a lot of cool little functions, and I'm excited to share my experience with these guys. So let's get started. If you are new to this channel, my name is Shannon and I am a full-time photographer in beautiful British Columbia. Whether you're here to learn, be inspired, or simply enjoy some stunning visuals, you've come to the right place. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. So I got two monopods here. This one is a slight design difference than this one, and I'm going to break this down as to which monopod might be right for you and why you would use these out in the field. So starting with this one, it's carbon fiber and it's got a nice little grip up here. These are by Ifootage. It does have a little loop here where you can add a tether. It actually came with a tether, but I found it a bit annoying and I never really used it. But if you were worried about letting this go and dropping it, that tether would wrap around your wrist. So that would go there. Then we have carbon fiber tube here for the main body of the monopod. We have this little collar right here, and this is actually a tool. It's a little Allen key right here. We've got these levers right here that help extend our carbon fiber monopod. Now on the top here, we have a collar. When the collar is upwards, this little mounting plate is locked into place. If we pull it down, covering up this white circle, you can see that it's unlocked the top collar. Now this right here is where you would mount it to your camera or your lens, and the cool thing is it's got a 3/8 thread. If you push down the outer thread, which is on like a spring, it will reveal a 1/4 inch thread down below. So really smart thinking. This is great. It'll work basically for everything. You can thread this to a video head, which I'm going to talk about. This is one of Ifootage's video head that they sent out with me, and it's a lot smaller than the one that I use from Manfrotto. So you can mount it to that, you can mount it to a lens directly, or you can mount it to a camera body, and that just fits on like so. Easy peasy. Now you're going to want to make sure that this actually clicks down and that this white line is revealed so that it's locked into place. So that's very important. Now that collar is the exact same as the foot collar. So if you push this down, this will come apart. So now what we have is a true monopod, whereas the foot connected to here is kind of like a hybrid. It's not really a tripod, but it has 3 legs. So I find that this is really useful for a lot of people that want something extremely light and it fits in the side of your bag, everything. So this can be very, very helpful. But this right here is almost just as helpful out in the field, getting really low to the ground, like having this on the beach or on the side of a lake to photograph birds. So I can just pop this off. Easy peasy. Look at that. Now the nice thing is about the foot here is that there's this lever, and if I push this down, it'll kind of lock into place and allow me to use the bottom as like a ball head. See how it's swiveling around? There we go. Now I can tilt this, and I haven't even used the video head. Now with the video head, I could be moving forward and backwards, really catching some great wildlife, filming it, and getting all the action. It just, everything is so smooth. So you don't even need a ball head necessarily for the attachment to then put your camera. So this can go really low, and these can actually click into various degrees. So much like a lot of tripods, they have their different locks. for angles to position these feet that lock into place. So it's not going to just pop out on you. Down at the bottom we have this little rubber cap here, and this can be taken off and put on your monopod. This is just a protector for the bottom attachment right here. So you don't want that getting all scuffed up. So you just add this to the bottom here if you were going to just take this monopod out with you. Now the 3 levers are really easy to just open up and put back together. I've got this really heavy lens and camera on this monopod. It can handle easily 20 pounds, no problem. So it's nicely rated for heavy weight. And the cool thing is about the feet is that I can put my foot on one of the 3 little legs here, and I can clamp it to the ground. So if someone accidentally pushes it or the wind's catching it, that foot right there is really grounding it. It's not as stable as a tripod. So you just want to make sure that your hands could grab it if need be. Now, what's the difference between this monopod and this one? Well, if you notice the top here, there's no levers to extend it. Instead, you push this right here and it extends. And whatever height you want it at, it locks into place. So let's put this over here, locked into place. And what's really neat about this is that it's just a one press lift to whatever height you want, and you're good to go. So if I was photographing, owls up in the treetops, this is a really nice height for me. I can get my shots pretty easy. But what about if it flies down to the water? Well, I can just grab this, lower it, and then get into position super quick. And it's way quieter in a lot of ways than the levers. These levers, when you open them up, they kind of slide and like slam into the next space, fully extending itself. So you have 3 different levers, 3 different possibilities for it to click, click, click into place. This right here has just got one simple push, and then you move it into whatever position. Now with everything, there are pros and cons. The con would be that this can only go up to this height. And I'll put the height down below. This one can go a lot higher. This is the carbon fiber with the levers. So it's easily a foot higher for the carbon fiber. Now, when you fold them all the way up, the carbon fiber can go smaller, which is also a benefit for the carbon fiber. So longer and shorter when you want it to be. All the gears are really nicely made, and you can easily tweak everything, tighten them up if you need to. It just sounds and feels really nice. The bottom, the feet, everything really nicely made. Now for this, my concern would be water, sand, grit, mud, because it's like a gasket here that slides into each piece, folding this up. And I'm sure there's a million different, I don't know if it's gears or if it's a cable. So when you release this, it locks into place. And this can withstand all the weight of my camera. So there's not going to be any slipping, at least not since I've used it. I've had this for a couple of months, I think now, since August. And I use this quite a bit. Now, I haven't used it out in snow, sand, all of that. So it looks nice and clean still for the amount of use that I had, but it's been fair weather use. So that's the difference between these two. Now this right here is the video head, Komodo K5S. And it's got a top plate right here, tapered here for easy access, So that goes right down in there, and you'll see that this right here, that is just our little lock. So once it goes in there, it won't be able to fall out or move forward. And then on the side here, we have a little turning lock. So that holds it right into place. So again, when we loosen it, this will lock into place, and we actually have to push that in to slide that freely out. This is pretty small, and it's just got the one turn knob right here that just allows for the slow tilt. Now it does have a spot here for a control arm, but that can thread on either side, so you have something to kind of hold and navigate, you know, for more stability when you're doing video. Now the bottom does have a swivel plate here that also has tension on it. And I'm really pushing hard on this. And this is the lock for it. It's got a 3/8 hole here. This just fits on. Bada boom, we've got our video head, just like that, ready to go. Now both locks are off on the video head, and it moves fairly easy. You can add a little bit of tension when you're tightening up the one little gear here. So if you just ever so slightly move it, you'll get more mobility. And for the size of it, this thing is quite remarkable. Now for the horizontal turning, you loosen this locking lever, and this just flows as fast as you really want to go for video. Now it isn't a gimbal. With a gimbal, there's no tension. It's all or nothing, so you can move into place. Now, if I loosen everything right off, it moves pretty quick. Not as fast as a gimbal, and I can actually feel some tensions actually trying to twist the monopod, which it's locked into place. So there is a little bit of tension with the horizon movement, but the tilt with this weight, there's a lot of speed here. So I can slow that down so I can apply more pressure, and it's not gonna jerk around like a gimbal would. This thing is worth this weight in gold. Now for my setup that works very, very well as a one-man band, I love having this video head when I'm out shooting, say, a YouTube video, and then I want to film myself, and so instead of carrying a camera around, which I sometimes do on my chest, I will attach something to the monopod. And so my Insta360, I have a little attachment here, and I have it currently attached to my tripod. I will attach it to this monopod, and on that collar I will put this. This is my Insta360, the X5. So this will thread onto that collar adapter, and then I can poke this out and film myself while I'm out photographing. Now this is capable for a lot of weight, so this is really nothing added to it. And then I have a monitor, a big monitor that goes on the back here. It requires its own batteries, so I can set that up on here. And even with that, I can still, well, here I have it standing on its own, but I can put my foot here, clamp it to the ground, take my other camera off my chest, and I can film myself with it. So huge thank you to Ifootage for sending these out to me and sponsoring this week's video. I'll have a link down in the description if you want to check out these two monopods and the video head. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed, and I hope to see you on the next episode. Ciao.